Hello, welcome to La Casa. Take a seat.
And feeling home.
Hello.
Hello.
We wanted to start this episode by
Like maybe saying goodbye for a little.
Yeah.
Like saying goodbye at first.
PSA. We're going on vacation.
Yeah.
Very much needed. It's summer. Actually, I'm gonna have to confess that some of the past episodes have been a bit hard, just because it's so fucking hot.
Yeah.
You cannot think straight.
No, you
So-
can't. I can never think straight. Better when
True. But if you have heard us in the last episode talking a little nonsense, we are going to blame the heat. Though we also talked nonsense when it was winter. But bear with us. So yeah, we are going to do a little bit of a break until September, where everything is coming back. We're
Hopefully
going on vacation.
we're gonna be better than before probably.
Obviously.
We're gonna obviously think about like how we can improve. What else we can bring to the table the next
we need
season.
we need to brainstorm a little bit here for you guys. So I was telling Hannah that basically this means that we're gonna have a long distance relationship with you all for this little bit that we are away, but we will come back and you will always have the rest of other episodes. And that's gonna be the topic of today.
Long distance relationships. I can
Yeah, she can
talk
write
about that
a dissertation
forever,
about long
for
distance
a-
relationship. Actually, I think I could too. But I don't know. I think I'm gonna tell my story about the long distance relationship, as in love relationship, because at the end of the day, when you move away, you have a long distance relationship
with a lot of people.
basically everybody that you know,
Yeah.
unless you've recently met. So obviously, I think people really think about this before moving away, but I think it doesn't really get talked about it that much, about the amount of effort and how hard it is to keep relationships when you are like in a different time zone and so many kilometers away.
The time zone is even crazier. Like time zones is a
So kilómetros, ¿verdad? Sí.
see.
Yeah, the time zones are like the worst part of everything. Yeah, what are you going to say about it?
I thought you were gonna tell your story about your long distance love relationship.
Okay, yeah, then we can go into friendship and family, because that's also a bit messy, I feel like. Basically, when I, like, with my first boyfriend, he started living here this is so fucking messy. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know. Whatever. Okay, so basically, we kind of got together when he was about to leave to study abroad. He did kind of like what here in Spain is considered an Erasmus. That's not really like common in Venezuela, but he kind of did that. He was like 10 months studying French in Belgium.
Damn, not the
Crazy.
French. Sorry.
Crazy.
Sorry.
No, it was fucking crazy. And I was still like doing the last year of high school at home. And I'm saying it's messy because I'm gonna be completely transparent here. Maybe I'm gonna come out with some secrets. I don't give a fuck. It's been long enough already. It's been like 10 years.
Wow, yeah, that's long enough to spill some
fine.
secrets.
The thing is, when he left, we had been hooking up for like 6 months. It was a whole situationship before that even was a word back then.
Wow.
And it was like, I liked him, but it's like, it's no fucking use because he's going away and like it's my last year in high school. Like, this makes no sense, but a romantic is a romantic, so we kept on talking, and it was kind of like, we were like together, but you need to understand that I was not naive as to think this man is going abroad.
He's gonna hook up with
Like,
other people.
for sure. So, like, I didn't stop seeing other people, let's say, which, am I gonna
It
get judged?
probably turned out to be like a whole thing that you didn't stop, no?
No, it was like, I'm actually so grateful that I wasn't like gullible enough to believe that, because he was like kind of a jealous man. So if he knew that I was hooking up with other people,
But
he would have gone a little bit crazy.
You kept on talking, but did you put like a label on it, like label relationship?
There was a moment where we said that we were together, but it's like he kind of like asked me out to be his girlfriend while he was away.
Okay.
I had a man tell me, I hooked up with him, unfortunately. I mean, I don't regret it, but he was like, your boyfriend? Where the fuck is your boyfriend? Your boyfriend is a tamagotchi. He doesn't exist. He's not here right now. And I was like,
what?
No, but you're so right. Because the thing is, I didn't know 100% if I was gonna see him again. I knew we probably would because he came from money. So he had enough money to come and go, basically,
right.
like to visit, especially because all his family lived in Venezuela as well. So it's like, we were gonna see each other eventually, but how and when was that going to happen, you know? Is this like my cheating story? Like for me, it's like I had a little bit of a rough time believing that it was actually like completely serious because we were not together in the same space, maybe. And I knew he was hooking up with people. I know that he was. And when we like, okay, I'm not gonna get ahead of myself, but basically I know for a fact that he had like a little girlfriend. He had like a little girlfriend, guys. Like that's a whole thing.
That's crazy. But why? Yeah, the whole label thing. We could have.
I mean, I was like
skipped the label.
17.
Yeah, that's the thing.
He was like,
to learn from shit.
Yeah,
whatever.
And I don't know. I think he liked me. Which meant something to him. But we were also young, and I think we both wanted to still not miss out on some things, maybe, which I'm kind of glad that it didn't happen. But I also knew who I was dating, let's say, so I knew for sure he was gonna hook up with at least one girl, you know, so whatever. I didn't even feel bad about the things. It's like he never found out, unless
whatever, the past is the past, bro. Lo siento.
It's crazy, but whatever. Then he kind of like got really depressed being in Belgium, obviously, who wouldn't? And he decided that, I mean, for me, I decided when I graduated school, I was gonna come to Spain, basically because I already had the passport and it was gonna be like way easier for me. Plus, I speak the language, so it really didn't make any sense for me to go to France or Italy or any other European country when I couldn't speak the language, you know? And back then, I think we already had Brexit, so it's not like English. I wouldn't have moved either way, whatever. So the thing is, I decided for Spain, and he was like, okay, if you're going to go to Spain, I'm going to go to Spain as well. And we kind of looked into universities. We got in the same university, in the same city. And he started a year before me, because he was like 2 years older than me. But like, you know, with his year away and everything, he was like just 1 year ahead of me. So I lived all of this in a long distance relationship. It was kind of weird because like I knew and I felt like he was my boyfriend. Like we spoke every day. I wanted to see him more than anything. He came to visit and I was like over the moon, and we were together and everything was great. But I do remember how hard it was, the long distance, because for me, there was a moment, that's what like the guy telling me that, like he kind of did eat with that, because it's like you start feeling like it's not that it's not real,
but yeah, it feels like a fantasy.
Yeah,
like it's like, what am I tripping?
Yeah,
I get that.
It's hard to kind of like, and you get so used to doing your own life, like especially when you are like in different time zones. It's like you're waking up and they're going to sleep, or they're like having lunch, or like they're in the middle of their day. It's like you get used to doing the things on your own, doing the things. It's kind of like you were single, but with the fact that you have to text someone, you know?
Yeah, and I wanted to ask you that because like this is like the main part of any long distance shit that I always dealt with. Like the main problem. I'm a texter, like it doesn't cost me texting. I don't like it too much in the sense of I think I'm wasting my time sometimes.
Yeah.
But I feel like because of the way I've got raised and stuff, it stresses me out to have people that I haven't answered on my phone rather than answering them, you know? But I know loads of my friends, and you included, you're not a texter.
PSA, I'm really, really sorry that I don't answer to
the thing is, like, I do not give a fuck about how the texting style is. You just have to adjust to each other. I feel like you just have to find like because I don't need like a yapper by my side, you know? And I only have like one friend, so she's like me. She's answering, I'm texting her and she's answering in a second. Yeah. But no one else. But I could imagine that would be hard for you.
I mean, now, for me is impossible.
Yeah.
Like it would be impossible for me to have a long distance relationship. Back then, I used to not be the best at responding, but also I was young, so I didn't have that many people that were texting me or whatever. With this, I mean that I haven't lived long enough to know enough people to have so many notifications on my phone. Plus, there are people, like now, things are very different. Like I don't live with my parents, I don't live with my siblings, I don't see my friends every day at school. So it's not like those friends are texting me because otherwise we're not gonna be talking. But like back then, it's like I'm just gonna see you tomorrow at school. So we are 100% texting. Like if we're close friends, we will be texting. But if anything's important, I can just tell you tomorrow at school. You know? So that's kind of different. But no, I kept it in mind a lot, the time differences. So when he was awake, I would be like, or by the time that I knew that he was gonna wake up or go to sleep, I would be like extra attentive to my phone to be like, hey, good morning, goodbye, whatever.
Sweet.
That type of stuff. And we used to obviously FaceTime whenever we could and things like that. So it's like, it's not like we didn't try, but I literally spent like half of my day without... Like, I know that for me, it was like 4 p.m. and it was like 12, you know, here. And he was going to sleep and things like that. So it's kind of like, whatever I do in the rest of the day is fine. Like, sometimes I would text him like, hey, thinking of you or something like that. But I was not like glued to my phone, let's say. Then for my next boyfriend it wasn't long distance. We would see each other every day and we would text every single fucking minute. For 3 years, I was going fucking insane. Like,
whoa.
There were some times where I was like, I cannot fucking do this shit about answering all the fucking time to this man when I'm gonna see him in 2 hours. Like, I literally can't. But we already kind of.
But he wanted that?
Yeah.
Because I can tell you, like, I will answer straight away, but I always tell people when I start dating them or when I start seeing them, I'm like, I answer you straight away. It doesn't mean that you have to answer me straight away.
Yeah.
Like, because I look at my phone and I see who it is. And if it's someone that is mildly important to me, I'll just answer.
Yeah.
But you can answer me in like 7 hours. I don't care. You know what I mean? It's like, whatever. But
I mean, it's not like he would have gotten mad if I didn't answer. Sometimes, like, especially like at the end of our relationship, it would be like, I'm literally working or with my friends and you're sending me voice notes talking about your day, which is totally fine, but I'm not gonna fucking listen to this shit right now because I'm with my friends. I don't want to be like answering the phone.
On the phone, yeah.
But also, it's like he was my boyfriend, and I know that he appreciated like us staying in contact or whatever. Like, I think for him, I don't know if there was ever a time like if I didn't answer for a long periods of time, it's because I was asleep or I was really mad at him. So I think that for him, he kind of got a little bit anxious when he didn't hear back from me.
Yeah.
But we would see each other practically every day. But now with my boyfriend, it's like we literally never speak on the phone. Like, we barely text. It's like when we were like...
But you're also living together.
We live together, that's the truth. But also when we were not living together, it was basically just like maybe in the morning, like, hey, good morning, how did you sleep, whatever, what are your plans for the day? Okay, I'll see you today. Okay, perfect, bye, until then. And then we don't speak anymore. It's like whatever it is that I have to tell you, I can tell you when I'm face to face to you.
Yeah.
And it's so much better because it's like...
I prefer that as well.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, back to the feeling of what you get. This idea started like for today's topics because I saw a TikTok of a girl saying like, all the girls that are like in a long distance relationship are gonna understand me. You know, I just got back from being with my boyfriend for like a week, blah, blah, blah. I'm back home, but I'm like completely alone. I won't see him for like another 2 weeks, a month, whatever. And I'm like completely heartbroken, blah, blah, blah. All this stuff that you go through when you are fucking long distance. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking like, there's also like this bit of a factor, tell me if you think the same, that is like, since you are not together, they're like, it's not that you cannot fight or things like that, but you like, there's a lot of things that you skip, you know, like the day-to-day things that would happen if you were to see each other. You don't have that when you're long distance, you know. You try to keep it like kind of okay. Mm-hmm. You still have fights, obviously. Mm-hmm. But like, I think it gives a little bit of ground to romanticize things. Like you feel like sometimes you might feel like you're even more in love when you're long distance, because it's like since you're not seeing that person, and since you don't like, you know, it's kind of like more the idea that you have of them in your head than what they actually are, since you don't have that showing up every day, you know.
I agree. Yeah, with my ex, like we were long distance for like a year-ish, like
That's
in
so fucking
with
long.
between stuff, and she was in Australia, and I was in Europe, so fuck that. Anyway, we were like texting, and I'm a writer, so I love, like, if I like someone, I like to express like how I feel. And I think my best texting, or like my best writing is probably when I'm in love or when I'm like heartbroken. But I mean, I talked about this a lot. Like, this is maybe the point that I have to make, is like, I learned, and I also think that's like very true, to fall in love with someone, like in love, like the love where you break up and your heart is shattered. For me, I need the person to be there. Like,
for sure.
To be there, to live normal life with me, like not only dating, obviously also like going through like the dating phase at the beginning, but also like living normal life situations, like meeting my friends, but also seeing me in different life occasions, going through hard times, also maybe fighting sometimes, like just like going through life. And then like love evolves. So I think, even though I'm kind of talking to someone right now that's not living in Spain, talking, I think I can never start a relationship again if the person is not in the same place as I. Like labeling it as a relationship. And I think also you don't have to, because I don't know, like if there's like no end to this, I'm not gonna do it anyway, you know what I mean? Like,
I think that's also the thing, like sometimes, because I feel like when you're maybe like a romantic or something like that, it's like you want to fight for that, even though there's distance and there's, I don't know, like all this issue that is like we cannot be together right now. You want to fight that because you think he's so romantic and like whatever, that's gonna make like a good love story or whatever. But the thing is, you can care for someone and you can have a special connection with someone that lives far away without that actually ending in a relationship. As Hannah said, like she can care a lot about this person that she's talking about, or she like they could like even see each other from time to time, whatever, and they don't have to think of themselves as a couple,
because it comes
like,
with so
legal,
much
you know?
stuff, you know. And it doesn't matter that like you can't like build things step by step, but like for me it's just like if you start with a long distance relationship, everything goes 10 times slower. So it's okay. Like I would rather be in a talking stage with someone long distance for like more months, and maybe if they move back or whatever, I could be with them. Because like my ex-girlfriend was really realistic about this, and I was like mad at her for like a little bit, because we were both in Australia and she moved to Argentina, and she was realistic about me not being there. And I think that was a good thing, because we appreciated each other so much. But she was realistic in the sense of, I still believe that if we could have been in the same place, I think we could have made a great couple, because we were like very compatible in a lot of things. And I think, it would have been like a really good match. But we've never lived together in the same place. And being so realistic that you're seeing, I'm going back to my home country. That is like not a country that is easy to live in. I'm gonna live in a situation that is not easy to bring someone, and then there's this girl from Germany that doesn't even speak Spanish, bro. It's like you have sometimes, as you said, you can have the strongest connection with someone or whatever, but there are maybe some things where you have to call it a day. Because I think a lot of people, and I always said that as well, it's like they say what's meant to be is meant to be, and if it should really be, then there's like no distance, no circumstance that can like break this apart. Okay, but maybe the feeling that you have with someone and how much you like them is not enough, or like how compatible you are. Maybe like, that thing that you can't live in the same place is exactly what's killing the relationship.
That's the toughest pill to swallow when you kind of like go through relationships and grow up and mature a little bit, is that love is not enough, unfortunately. Like you can love someone to death and still not make it work. I feel like for people who are like avoidant, maybe long distance is okay with them because they don't feel like the real struggles of like our relationship, like an everyday relationship. But like for me, the type of person that also is kind of like very independent, I feel. So like if you are not there, like as my partner, there are a lot of times where I'm gonna forget about you. Like that sucks to say, but it's like if I haven't seen you in 6 fucking months, all the choices that I have made and that I'm making are choices for myself because they're only affecting me and my reality right now. So it's kind of like I remember back then that when I was like with my ex, my long distance ex, it was like I was attached to him and I really, really wanted to give it a try. And I can give you like a million reasons why now, like my theories of why I was so attached to this man. But the truth is, if when we were apart, we would have ended like the relationship, I don't think I would have even like been sad about it because it's like, what exactly did we end? You know, just like me texting this fucking man. It's not like I was waking up, he was waking up, he was telling me about his day, that we were like, it was always like such a hassle to make our schedules work because it was like completely the other part of the world, that it was kind of like, you know, whatever. Then when you're like in the physical, you know, like in the same place, it's kind of harder to break those bonds. So
absolutely, like for real. And you get used to not making decisions on your own. You get used to having someone next to you all the time. Bro, my first girlfriend, we were literally not a match at all, and we broke up twice. And I remember though, the first time we broke up, because we slept together every single day, which is a bit rough as well. Like if you're not living together, I don't know if like it was too fast. Everything was like fast, whatever. Not good in my opinion. Anyway, I felt like I was like a drug addict that was like getting sober. Like for real. No. Like my heart, like I was like craving her presence so much.
Yeah.
I literally felt like, oh my God, how am I going to survive this? Like this is insane. And now obviously like we have been separate for so long, and I can tell, like I can say that it's better that way, obviously.
Also, when you're a bit younger, how old were you here?
I started dating her when I was 22, and we broke up for the last time at 24, so not that young.
Yeah, but it's still
younger.
You don't have your frontal lobe developed. I feel like you feel everything a bit more intense, maybe. Like, yeah, I don't know.
No, I agree.
I don't judge you for that because it is hard. Yeah, I think it's like harder to process when it's like a real thing. It's like you're used to, I don't know, Friday night, go to their place, watch a movie, blah blah blah, stay the night, whatever, and then you don't have that. But when you're like long distance, it's like, I don't know. I know,
you know all their friends, you know their family, you know like everything. You literally like they're part of your life. You see them almost every day, and then it's like, yeah, if you're long distance, maybe it's more the idea, like you said, like the dream that they were there and that you could live this together, but obviously you're not.
Yeah, that's literally that. And also, like, I remember with my ex, like, also I was very young. I was 18, so I didn't know anything about anything. But I used to, like, we had been in a situationship for like 6 months prior to him leaving. So it's like we kind of knew each other, but you don't really know someone, you know, like you can spend a year with a person and not know them, like
that much,
all of them, you know.
I agree.
So it was kind of like me just like fantasizing and daydreaming about a lot of shit. Like if I was watching a movie and it was like a love movie or whatever, it would be like projecting myself with him just because he was my love interest at that moment. Like it could have been everyone, literally. And that kind of made me feel like more close to him or more, you know, but it was kind of like me with my K-pop idols, you know, like me replying to the stories. Like, it's not real. I don't want to shit on people who have like a long distance relationship, but I think it like really chips away for the relationship. I don't think it's sustainable at all. I know that some people have survived it, like being in a long distance for a long time.
I think you have to have like a date where it ends though.
you absolutely have to. Like, you absolutely have to. Like, if you're, like, just pushing through without actually knowing when it's gonna end, then I think that's kind of like a recipe for disaster.
For real.
And I, like, maybe I'm projecting into this because it was the only time that I was in a long distance relationship, and it went on for a fucking year, okay? It was like almost 12 months without seeing each other. Like, that's so fucking much.
I swear,
and I was young.
did that.
But, like, were you a whole year without seeing...
Yeah.
Okay, and can I ask this question? And we're gonna have to get fucking real with these people right now. I know that you were in love, but like at the end of the relationship, after like closer to the year mark, did you start to get interested in other people, or maybe like...
I was not in love with her. I didn't know her that much. Like, the thing is, like, I'm such a guarded person. And, like, I really, really appreciated her. But it's like, I resonate with the way of Spanish people saying I love you, because you guys are so, like, you're hitting stages, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, I really, really liked her so much, like, and I cared about her so much. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't know her enough to, like, open my heart so much that I, like, fell in love. But absolutely, like, I think I'm someone that is very... Okay, in that relationship, I wasn't even hooking up with other people because I really didn't feel like I wanted to.
Yeah.
Because we didn't label it until we saw each other. Then she said something where I was like, okay. But we acted like it.
Yeah.
So, and that was something that I did by myself, which also made it more serious to me, because I was like, I am always interested in other people. If I'm not interested in other people anymore, you know it's serious. You know, like,
no, I get
because
that.
I'm like such a trusty soul. Like, if I'm in a relationship, like, for real, I would never ever cheat. Like, my girlfriend is the most beautiful girl in the room. Like,
no,
always,
but I feel
you know?
you are the type of girl that wouldn't mind. Like,
you have only seen me single, and that is not a good representation, baby.
No, I'm not. What I'm saying is, I think there are like two types of people. The type of people who would actually be open to having a threesome, and the people who wouldn't, just because they get jealous about seeing their partner with someone else.
But in a relationship, like, for real, I couldn't do it.
You think so?
No.
If you were both into it?
In a relationship, I'm such a jealous bitch. Like,
okay, I get
like,
that.
I think when I'm like for real with them together, I can't do it.
Okay.
But
I kind of get it. Like, for me, I've always tried to be like a little bit more open, because I don't like the implications of jealousy, like the possession over other people. Not because like I'm not really that much of a hippie regarding that. It's like I maybe I have bad experiences in the past or whatever. It is true that I want to be the type of person that is like, I am so sure about myself that it's like, this does not affect me like that, you know? Like, I wouldn't like seeing my partner be with other people, but if they are, it's like, that means nothing to me about myself. Like, I might finish it or whatever, and that's not gonna affect how I view myself, because in the past, when I've known, because I know that people are interested in people, even when you're in a relationship, like, I know that's a thing that happens.
Obvio.
For me, I have to admit that for me, my past relationships, I was so closed off, like not even, like, there no way in hell that if I had like a boyfriend, a partner, or whatever, that I could ever see someone else. It's just like the way that I work. But after seeing that that's not really realistic, like, now I can be more okay with the idea of just being like, okay, I also might have these feelings. Like, it hasn't happened yet, but if they happen, maybe, you know, it's like, whatever. You're gonna have to work it out, but whatever. But yeah, like, having, like, you don't necessarily fancy seeing your partner with another person, but it's kind of like, sometimes I'm thinking about it, like, that's the ultimate, like, trust I feel, and, like, confidence in your relationship and in yourself. Not that you have to, or obviously, like, I haven't done that at all. But it's kind of like, I am so secure in this relationship or whatever, that if we were to hook up with another person, like, I know that's not gonna, like, we built something, you know, this is just something. But you have the little bug in your head that is like, no, you're gonna like them more, or whatever. It's just kind of like, I think a tough image to watch.
But I think it's like a good thing that you say that, and I totally get your point. I tried to explain exactly this to like someone not too long ago, and I think for me it's just like, the thought of building something that is stable is like so far away from me, because I haven't been in one relationship where it wasn't complicated or low-key toxic. Sorry to my exes for calling out, whatever. But I would love to build something that is so strong that it doesn't matter. And I would also love to build something that it's so strong that if my partner would tell me like in 30 years, hey, when I'm going to this party with like older people, and can I like kiss someone? Because I can tell you, like, I cannot I cannot let my partner fuck other people. I cannot. It's just like not for me.
Not without me, at least.
No, but like kissing someone at a party, I would be maybe like more okay. But like,
for sure.
I would be like, I don't want to be opposed to like those thoughts. You know what I mean? And it's also because, maybe
like, I feel like I see myself being 40 and being a swinger. You know, like, why not? Life is too short. Like, for real, life is too fucking short. Would I do it now? I don't think so. I don't think I would, to be fair. But it's like, you never know. I'm not really the type of girl that hooks up like easily like that. So, you know, it's not
neither. Like taking someone home is not easy for me. So that's why the thing for me is always, I was in an open relationship before. Good that we're touching on this as well. Like, I was in an open relationship before.
Who is this girl?
Yeah, girl, I've lived too many lives. Not good. Anyway, with my first girlfriend, she wanted an open relationship. I didn't want it, but I also didn't want the relationship to end. Let's admit it.
Okay, that's soft.
So I was in an open relationship, and I think you have to know for yourself as well if that is your thing. And if you're someone that is not taking home people easily, then maybe it might not be, or like not in the way that the other person would want that. Because for some people, sleeping with someone is like kissing someone, and that, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but like, I have my own thoughts about that, because it's like not okay. You can maybe try to see it that way if you want, but we do live in a society, and sleeping with someone is not the same thing as kissing someone.
No, for real.
So I kind of hate when men, especially because it's usually men, they're like so frivolous with this stuff. It's not that I'm saying that every time you fuck someone you're gonna fall in love and you're gonna be married, you know. But it's kind of like you shouldn't go around fucking everybody, because it's like, that's fucking crazy. It's like kind of like you want to try everything. I mean, this is such a bad analogy, but bear with me, because people are not anything else but people, but bear with me. You are a foodie and you want to try everything. Since you want to try everything, you would even like go to a fucking, I don't know, to a garbage and eat a fucking burger from the garbage. It's like, bro, you need to have a little bit of consciousness when you are choosing like exactly what to fucking do, because also,
I mean, as you said, it's like a sharing energies and stuff.
Yeah, and it's kind of like you might be putting yourself at risk. Like, no tea, but you kind of are putting yourself at risk. Maybe men don't see it like that because it's not common for them to see themselves in risk. Like, they don't really think about it. And even like my gay friends that sometimes have been like compulsive one-night standers, let's put it that way, it's kind of like this, you're hooking up with a man. This man could easily kill you as well. Like, you're a man, you can probably fight him a little bit, but it's like, but maybe not. And you know, like, it's fucking dangerous.
I've heard so many terrible stories.
That's the thing. And it's like, okay, sure, what about that, you know? So yeah, I don't know, like,
yeah, taking people like home like straight away, I would never take someone home that I don't know in my room, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I never
like
had people over to my place unless like
I've done that first time, but
I did that with Pablo, but he's my boyfriend now, you know?
Yeah, but like I did that with girls, but I spent like not okay.
Yeah, we're hypocrites, okay? So
no, but like I did that with girls, no, but like I was like spending the whole night with her and feeling.
Chicos, matices. Sí, no,
I totally
and
know it's not like all the time, you know what I mean? Like, whatever, but no, I don't, like, I get you. But then like, yeah, with the long distance thing, it's like hard. I think like building a relationship is a lot of work and things like that. Normally when you're in a relationship, you're thinking about stuff like this. You're building something so strong that you might even ask yourself things like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, to be fair, like 2 weeks ago or so, we kind of went on a little vacation. We got out of Madrid, my boyfriend and I, and we were like in a river situation, and there was this girl that To me, I think she was good looking in the way that it, like, at first glance she kind of like set some alarms in my head of like, okay, maybe my boyfriend is checking her out, and then it's like, low-key I'm checking her out, like low-key I'm checking her out, and then
the bye girlfriend. I love that.
And then like I was thinking like last year I would have been like very, I don't know, like wary of the situation, like trying to be like, okay, is this bitch like nothing wrong with her, like she can be as hot as she is. It was basically just like my trust for maybe myself or my partner or whatever. But this year I was like, maybe I wouldn't mind so much if he was checking it out. Maybe we could do something about that, you know. But it's like maybe I've gotten a little bit crazy. Obviously nothing happened. He doesn't even know this, and he's not gonna watch this episode.
No.
But it's kind of like
Spilling the beans.
I feel so much better about.
But I think that's a good thing. Like, just in general, you telling this, like, I think if you were my partner and I was listening to this, I would feel good about this, because it means that you trust me so much that
I think
that you would do that. You know,
I think that he would feel the same way.
So well. Yeah.
But yeah, it's been like a very mutual effort of me trying to not go back into old ways and things like that, and him like showing me that he can really be trusted with that type of thing, which I'm really grateful. Otherwise, this would not happen. So actually, man, ask yourself, if you want to have a threesome with your girlfriend, it's like, are you actually making her trust you enough?
Yeah.
You know, for that type of shit, like actually try to deconstruct your way of thinking a little bit about why you want a threesome, exactly what it is that is gonna feel in your head or whatever, and maybe have that conversation in your partnership. Well, but okay, to talk about a little something else, we kind of touched on the friendship part of having like a long distance relationships. Actually, like not too long ago either, like my best friend from school was here, and he like, obviously we like basically kind of got us up to date, because it's not like we really text a lot, like we barely even talk actually, but it's like for me he's always gonna be my best friend. Like nobody's gonna take that position away from him. I've like made my choice like a lot of years ago, and it's like I can really trust this person. I feel so seen with this person. I enjoy so much this person that it's like, for me it's like, I don't need to know about you every single day. Like I still have all the love for you.
But you built that, you know what I mean? You built that fucking fundament, and it's like fucking strong as hell. That's how it works.
Yeah, I agree. And also trying to understand maybe the differences of like having a little bit of empathy. I know that it's hard when you might be the friends that stayed in the place where you guys met and the other person left. I think it's a little bit hard to understand, because for you nothing really has changed. The only thing that has changed is that your friend is not there anymore and you barely hear about them. So for you maybe it's like, what the fuck, like what happened? But when you go away, like really, like I don't know if I'm like projecting or whatever, but like life really does get in the way. Like I've had my friends that live in like completely different places from me, and sometimes there are weeks where we can speak every day. We text, we call, we do whatever. And then it's like I get super busy, I go through a hard time, whatever the fuck happens, I want to do a little detox from my phone or whatever, and it's like I'm not gonna answer to you, because if we were living in the same city, this would not be an issue. We would see each other in person, and I would be like, I'm not feeling too great, or I don't want to look at my phone too much this week, so whatever, and you would get it, but you are away. So I think it really does take a specific type of person to also understand that. I know there are some people who like that's not enough for them, which I think is also valid. If you want your friend, like for me, it's something that I find that is like so cute, so precious. It's like I think you call Laura every day, and every
week. Yeah.
I think that's so cute. Like they have their little ritual of this time in this day we call each other and we let us know what's up.
And if not, we call another day. Like last Sunday we couldn't make it and we called today.
Yeah, that's kind of like.
But to be fair, Laura from home, she's my best friend, but she's also my family, you know?
I know.
So it's like...
But it's like, I don't even like, this is like very bad of me. I think I've said it before. Like, my dad texts me every day and I answer him like every other day. Sometimes I answer him like once a week only, you know? Most of the times, actually, I just answer to him once a week, because the rest of the days is like, also we live like
I also text my parents like once a week or once every 2 weeks.
Yeah, I feel like with parents it's not too weird, but also I know that some people speak with their parents all the fucking time. It's like something happened, you call your parents and you tell them what the fuck is up. Or like my boyfriend's mother, she calls her mother every single fucking day.
Yeah, my mom
after lunch. Just like maybe it's like 20 minutes, 30 minutes of a talk or whatever. I kind of do get it. Like my boyfriend's grandma, like she's old. She's not like, she barely speaks to people because she's alone. Because I think that's what naturally happens after you reach a certain age, unless you do something about it. Like I will also like, because obviously my boyfriend's grandma, I'm saying I'm talking about her because I don't have grandma, so I cannot really like say that experience. But it's kind of like, yeah, your kids already have kids. They have a husband, they have a wife, they have a family on their own, they have work, they have all these other obligations, and you know that you cannot expect them to be by your side all the fucking time.
Yeah, sure.
So, but they have like this type of, like this little moment where they dedicate each other sometime, which I think is cute, though it's hard sometimes because when you do something like that, knowing that it's kind of like an obligation, it kind of gets a little bit tough, maybe, perhaps.
I think it also depends on, like, as I said before, like, the talking styles. Like, I'm someone, like, I'm good at texting, but I'm also totally okay with, like, the different talking styles of my friends. Malu, she's my other best friend at home. I love her to death. We speak, like, every 2 weeks, max.
Okay.
Because, like, she's just also not good at answering. And, like, she's someone that is like all over the place and whatever, but I know I could count on her forever. I know like our bond is not breaking, as you said. Like we also built like a very strong foundation. With a lot of my other friends it's the same, you know, but it's just like one of my really, 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 really close friends. I've known her since I was 10. She has a son.
Yeah.
You've seen the son.
Yeah, that's like completely
and
another league.
With her, I was there when she needed me the most. Like, I showed her that, I think. But now we still speak very little because she has so much to do. She's a mother. She's, like, doing her medicine stuff, whatever. I'm also someone, like, I'm not answering all my friends all the time. Because, like, sometimes if they send me, like, a very long voice note, it's going to be, like, okay, we'll talk in, like, a week or so. Like, maybe 2. But, like, I'll take my time. I'll answer you, whatever.
Yeah.
But with her, I really feel it because she has a son. And I don't see her son growing. I don't see how great of a mom she is all the time. But I always feel that when we see each other, nothing in our bond has changed, you know what I mean?
And I really do love that because there's also like a type of maturity, I feel like, also knowing that it's selfish to want a person to always be there for you.
Yeah.
Like when you are going through a hard time, it's okay for you to expect that people that you love are there for you, and I think like that's very normal. But for you to expect that you're gonna be someone's priority all the fucking time, because it's like not even your own partner. Like sometimes you're going through shit while your partner is going through shit, and it's like, okay, I'm here for you, but also I'm going through my own shit, so I need to sustain myself, I need to hold myself, and I can try to be there for you, but if I can't, don't hold it against me, otherwise it's like too messy, you know.
I heard something really good. Like there's this podcaster, she's German, I love her, she's so nice, and she has like a partner and she has like 5 kids or something. They have like a property together with cows, whatever, however you call that, farm. Anyway, she's so sweet, and she said something that I resonate with a lot. She said they have this rule: you are first priority. Like she's first priority, and him and their needs, and then their relationship. Because like if they are not happy themselves within themselves, the relationship is not working.
True.
So it's like you are the first priority is like to get your own shit together. Obviously your partner can help you, but like really feeling within yourself, what are my needs? What do I need? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and then the relationship comes, and then the relationship also has to work because they have kids. But I think that's like such a good thought, because like if you're not looking after yourself, a lot of times you forget that, and then the relationship is going to shit, and you're like, what's going on, you know?
Yeah.
But
I 100% agree with that. And have a little compassion for your friends that are far away, because actually it's like I feel like sometimes since you don't see it, you don't really understand what they might be going through. It's like, what can be possibly going wrong with your life? We talked last week and you said that everything was great, and it's kind of like that can happen, like not necessarily just to your friend that left, also to you.
Yeah.
And it's
Things
like completely
change
fine.
fast.
Also, I feel like we've also reached a certain age. Like, as I said before, when Hannah asked me, like, how did I manage to do with the texting and stuff, it's like, I had a different life. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't not meeting the same people as I know now, and I was not living the same life as I'm living now. So, like, the pace was completely different. So, also because, like, I am 26 now. It's not expected for, like, back then, like, my only, like, priority was, like, going to school, you know? Like, I had nothing else to do with my life. Things get a little bit complicated as you grow up. So I'm saying this because I know a lot of people might take personal or might feel like they haven't been given as much thought or care. But it's kind of to also understand, like, how different things can get in, like, a fucking day, especially when you're not, like, there too.
And also, like, I hope all my friends that are away and, like, people that I love that are away know I'm always gonna be there. But, like, sometimes you have to tell me because, like, I am not there. I don't see all my friends, like, every single day or, like, text them every single day. So if you're going through a hard time and you feel like I'm the person that you need in the moment, I totally am gonna be there for you, 100%. So
true. Also, this is, like, a little pro tip before we close. Maybe I can close with this. If you need something from someone, especially when you know they're, like, very far away or they are, like, completely different time zones than you, you might send that voice note, that 15-minute voice note, telling them what the fuck happened. But that has to be next to a text that said, hey, I'm not feeling really good. I could really use your help right now. This voice note is me telling you what the fuck is going on. Please, if you can listen to it ASAP and let me know what you think, I would much appreciate it. Because sometimes I would get voice notes from my friends and it's like, T, I love hearing your voice. Like, I would absolutely am gonna hear this. But when I'm like, I need to go to the office, then I need to go to this friend's house, then this is someone's birthday, then I'm going away from the weekend, blah blah blah. It's like, if I don't know, if you're just telling me, like, you know, that I'm going on vacation, I moved, all the things are, like, good news and important stuff for me to know, but it's not like a crisis, then I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna listen to it, like, in a couple of days.
Right.
So I feel like people can feel like they're being, like, forgotten or put to the side, but it's like, you know, you need to give a little bit of context, you know.
Right.
It's okay to be a little bit vulnerable.
Right.
So I can, like, we can also know how to respond to you, like, how to whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think that's a great advice. Like, really helps.
yeah.
All you long distance baddies, go eat that shit up.
Period.
We're gonna see each other in a month.
Yeah.
We're gonna miss you a lot.
Stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated. Don't get fried.
Yeah. And enjoy your much needed vacations as well. Hopefully you get some days off.
There you go.
Okay,
Bye.
bye. Love you.